It is 3 o'clock in the morning on the 2nd of August, 2022. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. We had quite a night, so we're having to do another one. Mr. Perry, please stop contacting me. Really, you're creepy. You're just so fucking creepy. Why are you not embarrassed? Like, I so wish that you would answer that question, because you embarrass the fuck out of everybody else. You do things that are wicked weird and strange-o. And then you can't figure out why you repulse women. I mean, nobody understands why the hell you're not embarrassed. I asked our shrink, I'm like, why the fuck is he not embarrassed enough to stop? And, social feedback already. Do you not know how to read it? And she's like, he doesn't know he should be. I don't understand that. I can't relate. I'm sorry, I can't relate. So I'm going to do the disclaimer real quick. Again, it's Cynthia Ortiz. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning on the 2nd of August, 2022. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. I only do these when we got to document something for your court criminal case. If they need probable cause for another court order to invade your privacy the way you invade mine, only do it the legal way, then I do these to document what you're doing to me in Oklahoma. You have purposely availed yourself to the state. You have come here, you have held meetings with people who live here that work for you, and with malicious aforethought, planned a crime against me, and you keep getting caught when you do it to me. You've done this all your life. You have an online dark web peep show. You're making money off of my body against my will without my consent. You're going to pay that back, either in restitution, in sentencing, after your criminal charges are all done, which were, as much as you're just, it's like you're making it rain evidence on us. It's like we're a damn strip club, and instead of money you're throwing on us, you're throwing evidence at us faster than we can take it in. If there weren't so many of you and so many victims in so many jurisdictions, Mr. Perry, you would already be in prison. We got plenty. But there's, they want to get all of you at once. Nobody gets a deal. We'll see at trial. They want it that firm. No appeal, nothing. You're done. You're in jail, and you can't cause problems for people anymore. You can't invade anybody's privacy anymore. You can't take food from women and children and deprive us of our basic rights and needs anymore ever again. You can't pester and torment anymore. It's over. The nightmare's finally over. That's what he's wanting. So he's been very methodical and very strategic in the way that he does this. And it's not your business. It's not up to you. It's up to us. A lot of it is my call. So, when I tell you it's not a good idea for you to piss me off, and then I start quoting what you just said in one of your little meetings, and you've never seen that happen before, what fucking planet do you live on to not understand what that means? You don't want to piss me off. You do it anyway, and then you get mad when we quote you, and you want to know who told on you, and all this stuff. We don't even know what to think of that. We really don't. If you really didn't like getting told on this much, because this hasn't been going on for a day or a week or a month, you've never had a date with me. You'll never have a date with me. You do everything that I hate. If you're trying to attract someone, you do things they like. You don't. You do every criminal, disgusting, nasty, gross, pathetic thing on the planet. You're a turnoff. Women don't like being peeped on. We don't. It's illegal for a reason. Other guys don't do it for a reason. They're too embarrassed. It's curious that you're not. Other men don't do peep and tom. It's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. And you should be so embarrassed that you stop. It's a turnoff. You've never had a date with me. It's 13 years. I've lived in Oklahoma now 9 years. Almost a decade. I don't like you. I came here to get away from you. You came up here. You're trying to make me leave Oklahoma. It's not your call. I understand that you've called people and I promise I'll get her out of Oklahoma. But you didn't ask me. I'm an adult. I'm smarter than you. I've been catching your crime more than anybody you know. I can think circles around you in my sleep. You don't run my life. I run my life. We control your leaks. You've never controlled them. You never will. That started with the McNamara email. The people that live here, that work for you, I didn't pick a fight with them. They picked one with me. They picked one with me today. Nobody invited you here. Everybody would like you to stop and get your ass back to Lubbock and go do things with your constituents, go do things with your friends and family, and stay the fuck away from me and mine. You're breaking the law. You're offending people. You're making everybody's skin crawl. You're getting told on. You act like you don't understand that. You're an old man. You're a dignitary, and you don't understand that. I don't even know. We don't even know what to think. We don't know what to say. So we've said this. I'm going to do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in court yet. That's coming. If you think we're getting all these recordings because we're bored, you're off your nut. You're looking to buy them. You're calling around. Who's helping her? Is it the you know, he's asking me, is it LAPD? Is it NYPD? Is it Roswell PD? Sure, Roswell has the capacity to do all this. Yeah, no, I mean, God, nobody's telling you anything. See, we can get information and you can't. Why do you think that is? Do you ever think past tying your shoe? Can you tie your shoe by yourself? I mean, does any of you go, why is it different with her? Because you've done this all your lives, and you've ruined people, and you don't give a shit. You're a sociopath. You truly don't have any empathy. People are objects in your sick little game, and you don't give a fuck. But everyone else is not like you. In fact, 99.9% of the population is nothing like you. And you watch the news, you see empathy. You see people get upset when one person causes suffering for another, and it doesn't occur to you, that's normal. You're not normal. You're very abnormal. You offend people. You're way outside social norms, way outside the law. You're not even in gray area. You're way the fuck outside of it. So you're getting told on. You're causing the problems. You're pissing people off. You're getting told on. No one will tell you a fucking thing. When you're calling around, please stop stopping my crime. Is it you, LAPD? Is it you, NYPD? We said, you stop, fuck you. And that's what we mean. We're getting the information to convict you. You're throwing it at us like it's a strip club and it's money. Just throwing evidence and throwing evidence and throwing it more and more and pissing off all the wrong people. And then you get all pissed off when you get caught. But you've done the same thing every day for now 7 years. I've said it over and over, Mr. Perry. When you listen, coercion, offering an enticement or a threat to try to make somebody change their testimony or do something they don't want to do is illegal. That's a crime. You're told on. You're not getting anything you want. You're getting told on. You've never had a date with me. You'll never have a date with me. If you liked me, you would do what I like. You do every fucking thing I hate. So use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in court yet. Apply the but-for legal standard. But for Mr. Perry doing that, we wouldn't do these podcasts to document what he just said in a private little meeting. Because it doesn't do any good for us to say something about it afterwards. It only is effective in proving premeditation, establishing your mains rea, if we say it beforehand. You are recorded talking about it. Right now it's just talk. There's no crime. But once you do what you talked about, now it is crime. And not only is it crime, it's malicious and it's premeditated. You planned it. You intended to cause a harm and you did it. You knew you were caught and you did it anyway. Because the second we get those recordings, we put them out. My attorneys get them and a couple of other people get them. It goes out. Everybody sees it. So you know we heard you in a meeting. You, at this point, now you have a choice. I'm going to do what we discussed. And now I've committed a crime and it's premeditated. And the sentencing is a lot higher. Malicious aforethought. You planned it. You premeditated it. You caused the injury. You did it on purpose. Purposeful. You availed yourself to the laws of the state of Oklahoma. You did it in the forum state of Oklahoma. You met, you planned it, and you knew we knew, and you did it anyway. How much worse is it for you that you knew we knew? It's one thing if I'm talking to somebody and I go, I'm gonna rob Bank of America on XYZ Street on Monday at 9. I'm telling my neighbor maybe. And the neighbor doesn't tell me, but the neighbor doesn't think I'm serious. I go rob the bank. Afterwards, the neighbor says, by the way, he told me he was going to do it. So he did premeditate it. He did talk about it. But it didn't. He didn't think anybody knew about it, right? Well, but I mean, he told his neighbor, but he didn't think anybody else knew about it. Okay, so that's one scenario. The other scenario is the guy says, I'm going to rob the bank at 9 o'clock. Then the guy hears him calling the cops. So he knows the police know. He shows up at the bank and the police are already there waiting for him. And he's all shocked and dismayed. Well, but you talked about it to your neighbor. You heard your neighbor calling the cops. You knew he told on you. You knew, they already knew, and you did it anyway. I mean, how stupid can you be? And you've done that over and over and over and over. And you guys have the same conversations over and over and over and over. And you call people and you tell them, I'm going to make her leave Oklahoma. And you don't have the authority to make that decision. You don't have it legally. You don't have it morally. You're just wacky. You're just completely wacky. I said no to you. I've said no to you for 13 years. It has not been a day or a week or a month. It's not even been a year. It has been a decade. I said no. Leave me alone. You're breaking the law. You're getting told on. You are pissing people off breaking the law. You're getting told on. Over and over and over and over and over. You do this stuff. You say you want to cover up and you say you want to date. One or both. But you do these things knowing we already know you planned this. We already know there is malicious aforethought in play here, and you still do it. And we're like, wow, it's just so easy, it's not even fair. I don't even have words for that. You type in my phone, just name a price. I'm going to entice you. My price, sir, is give back every fucking thing you took from me and get the fuck out of my life. That's my price. I can go to the judge and go, he tried to make amends, he paid back every penny he owed. So I'm going to ask you for mercy. Or I cannot. Ultimately, it's all up to him. It's really not up to me at all. He has heard you talking about killing me. He doesn't think you're a peach. He doesn't think you're Prince Charming. No one does. What are you going to do? You got to face that judge. What are you guys going to do? He's already heard you talking. He's already heard you. Well, we'll take her car and get her a bike. He heard you say that today. He heard you talking to other people. I'm going to make her leave her home, her family, the place where she wants to be, and force her to do something against her will. He heard you say it. He's heard you make promises we all know you can't keep. You promised to leave me alone. When you put me in jail illegally for trying to get a protective order against you, obstructed justice, ruined my evidence, or destroyed it, smeared me everywhere. That's not how you get women to like you, by the way. He knew about that. Clearly. He knows you've been trying to do it again. He knows he's heard every time you try to kill me, your little hard candy and your little syringe. Not Prince Charming. So, what are you getting out of this? You have no cover-up. Your crime's never been this uncovered. The more you try to cover it up, the more uncovered it gets. You have no chance of a date with me. You do everything I hate. So don't say you like me. If you liked me, you would do what I like. I don't like being peeped on. I don't like being exploited on the dark web. And my body sold without my consent. I don't like that. I don't like men who steal my money. I like men who wine and dine me. I like men who get off their ass from work and have something interesting to talk about. You sit around perverting all day. That's all you do. You have no alibi. You have nothing to show that you're in Lubbock doing things with your family and friends and your constituents. Nothing. You have no alibi. You have nothing but a bunch of harassment and a bunch of bullshit you can no longer explain. Right? How do you explain that I knew Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it? How do you explain I knew Gene Mitchell's argument before he argued it and told him not to do that? Do not do that to him. How much did you pay Gene Mitchell to go into court of law and assert a defense that didn't even make sense? How much did you pay him, sir? You suborned perjury. You're in a lot of trouble. That man is a police officer. It does something to police all over the place. And when you call around, and I want to know who's helping her stop my crime, and I want to know who has the recordings, you're not getting shit, are you? Nope. Everybody hates your guts. The more you do, the more they hate you. When you're mean to people, they're not going to like you. When you break the law, people are not going to like you. And they're not helping you, are they? You got nothing. And the more hardship you cause for me, the more suffering you cause for me, the more drama, both the trauma with a T, drama with a D, loss after loss after loss after loss. My credit, I worked very hard to overcome all the shit you threw at me to rebuild my credit, and you ruined it. Boy, howdy, you got everybody really mad at you when you did that. It did not serve any purpose at all, but to give us more information, because now everybody hates your guts. Mike Neely's wrongful conviction, boy, howdy. You got people turned against you. You have no idea. No one is giving you the information you're asking for, are they? Everybody hates you. You and David, oh my God, hates you with a passion. Because you hurt people. You cause loss. You cause problems. And just like they hated Derek Chauvin, a lot of people hate O.J. Simpson for cutting off his wife's head and getting away with it. He didn't really get away with it, Princess Weirdo. He didn't. There's a thing called social justice. Nevada got his ass, didn't they? See, the next time he did it, in a different jurisdiction, everything was all different now because everybody hates him for what he did. Everybody knows he did it. Everybody hates him for it. He wrote a book saying he did it. He went into detail how he did it. You are not getting away with shit. You are bullshitting yourself. You're delusional. If I'm quoting things that you guys say in your little meetings, when you plan crime, you're not getting away with fuck, are you? You're just stupid. You don't understand what people say, do you? Or what all that means, that we have that. You just don't know, do you? It's very embarrassing. So, but for all that crap that you do to me, applying the legal standard of, but for you doing that, I wouldn't do these podcasts to document your crime. It's for your criminal case. Do you understand me? That's what it's for. Apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard, and we assert all constitutional rights. Equal protection, sir, against witness tampering. Gaslighting is witness tampering, just so y'all know. Your little witchcraft, sorcery, whatever fuck that is, same thing. Your little Geppetto, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble too. So, we're going to go over right now the plan that Mr. Perry's had for a long time. We got these emails somewhere. I think they put them up. Of the bus pass from like last year. See if they're I don't know where they are. Maybe here. Here. We got one of our victims of our sexual exploitation business that we broadcast in the privacy of our home against her will, without her consent, no compensation, making a profit off her body. We don't have permission to do that. It's her body. And we got one in Tulsa. We need to get her out of Oklahoma. We heard this. This was recorded. What police agency has this? See, some are in the U.S. and some are not. That means whoever's involved has all of it. It doesn't mean that some parts of the recordings are in the U.S. and parts of the recordings are out. It means all of them are in the U.S. All of them are outside the country too. 12 reporters are involved. 3 not in the U.S. You know why? Because you guys like to buy people. And this time you're not going to do it. Not going to work. Not going to work at all. You've called everywhere. You've offered a shit ton of money for these recordings. And you're not getting anybody to help you, are you? Nope. Because you pissed me off. You pissed the people helping me off. You pissed everybody involved in this off. Every time you do something to me, they get even more mad. Nobody's going to help you with that information. You're causing the problems. You're causing the loss. You're pissing people off. You get told on. This is one of those things. This is another one. This is another one. That was a letter to the U.S. Attorney after 2 police officers, locals, came into my club and said that guy from Texas told us to find a way to arrest you. And we don't want to do that. What an asshole. So, we're telling you, watch everything you do, because he might find one that will. A dirty cop that'll take his money, be his bitch, and do that. Try to find a way. Try to find something. Not going to be us. So I wrote the U.S. Attorney a letter immediately after that conversation. Yep. And you did do it. This, same thing. You're repulsive and prisoners. This was going around the whole Lubbock jail. He's going to send her home. Tell her he's going to leave her alone. What he's really going to do, though, that's a lie. He's going to go into court to Judge Darnell and admit to stalking her, agree to stop, but it's all a lie. What he's really going to do is harass the fuck out of her, take all her money, ruin her credit, shit like that. Wreck her car 5 times in 3 years. And then when she tells on him, he's going to say he's being harassed. He's going to lie. Another perjury. You did like 3. First, you said there was a political vendetta that led to a false police report. But there was no investigation. No evidence collected. You obstructed justice. I lost some of my evidence, didn't I? I lost a video surveillance at Lady Godiva's, and I lost blood that would show arsenic or some such. David said it was arsenic. I'm going to take his word for it. I'm going to kill you if you don't lie. I'm like, wow. Have you met me? I don't think you are. You tried, but he hadn't met me, so that didn't work out for you, didn't it? Did it? You Cyril Wecht. We think Jeff Epstein was murdered because even prisoners were repulsed by sex weirdos. He had cameras in his own house. That pissed his friends off. You got cameras in other people's house. You pissed the people that can get that and that. Right up under your nose. It's not up to you, princess. You are all girl. I mean, if you're a man, then you move on. You don't cry and whine and act like an 11-year-old. She rejected me. I'm going to punish her. You go be normal. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody else moves on. There's no crime in that. There's a crime in stalking. It's a felony. You're a felon. You're committing a felony. Hacking, peeping, and stalking, and coercing, witness tampering. There's a long list. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. Interference, David, with interstate commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. So, everybody in jail was talking about it. Everybody in jail was pissed about it. They all told me. So Wecht says we think he's murdered. Even prisoners are repulsed by sex perverts like that. Child pornographers and shit. When you put a camera in a woman's home that has a kid like you did mine, and you broadcast that kid, that's child pornography. You owe my son money too. We're not asking you. We're telling you, you owe it. You can pay it in restitution. After your trial, they can take everything you've got, or sell it, and give us the money. Me and Mike are top of the list, from what I hear. Guys that can get this are making that decision, not you, not David, not all the people you called and said, we're going to force her against her will to move. She's going to be homeless, or she's going to lie for us. Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think right here, the guys that got this wasn't up to you. Not much else. Not much is. I think you're delusional, and you bullshit yourself all day. I don't think you know fact from fiction anymore. I think you have lied so much, you don't know what the truth is. I think you would know it if it slapped you upside the head. Because when this is power, this is the truth. When I'm quoting you, and you don't know, you think it's up to you. As many times as you get quoted, you think you have a choice. We laugh at you. We're like, okay, whatever. I don't know what planet you're on, but okay. And so they put Jeff in a cell with a fucking cop, Mr. Perry, who may or may not have beat the fuck out of him till he died. I don't know. See, even if prisoners are repulsed by guys like you, how much more is everybody else? Yeah. Ugh. He's a gross fuck. So, everybody talked about it. They're telling me you need to get rid of your phone. So I did. You tried to text from my phone after it was disconnected. So I've got messages that say you can't text from the phone. It's disconnected. Yeah, because as soon as I got home, that's the first thing I did. Everybody in jail said, get rid of your phone. He's going to tweet from your phone. He's going to text from your phone. You've deleted texts that I've never seen. I have 200 emails and texts I've not seen. You deleted them before I could. Jesus help you. You're a nuttier than a fruitcake. Here it is. And these are dated way back when. 2019. 2017. The first thing out of my mouth to Ted Hogan was, here's what they're going to do. It's all over the jail. Everybody talked about it. It's just common. They went home and told everybody else, Charles. Probably half of Lubbock knows about it now. You know how Lubbock happens within... and then this was who? Judge Kirkendall? I need you to leave her alone so I can rule out provocation and entrapment. You wreck her car, you take her house away, that's going to provoke. She's going to respond. She's going to be pissed. Anybody would be. You're causing profound, catastrophic loss for somebody else. It's going to piss them off. They're going to talk about it. They're going to cuss you out, princess. So, how you come into my courtroom and lie and say you're being harassed? I don't think you are. You're going to a whole nother state here, causing a problem for somebody way far away from you, and then you're claiming you're being harassed when she cusses you out? I'd beat the fuck out of you, is what some people have said. I'd kill him. Some people have told me, you got a lot more patience than me, I'd have killed him. I'm not kidding you. I'd have put him in a fucking, I'm not, I'm reluctant to say what people have told me they would do, because I don't want somebody, anyways, I don't want somebody to get the wrong idea. So, there's the thing, so that's what she said, basically. I'm sitting there typing up the judge's fucking, conversation, sir. So we got all this. There's not going to be a new apartment or a new car, you are recorded saying. And, so I threw a fit. And, you finally had to make sure I made money to get it. And, so I get the new apartment and the new car, and I guess it was Burson told somebody over here. Now she can't say she didn't get the new apartment and the new car. And the guy said, do you have any idea what she had to go through to get that? It's just a little bitty apartment. Little old beat up car. What a fucking ass. He pissed us all off putting her through all that. She shouldn't have to go through that. And as soon as she gets it, he'll start trying to take it away from her. And that's exactly what you did. Made everybody mad. I'm sorry, but those guys from Sapulpa would come in and go, we think Mr. Perry needs to just leave you and your family alone. What is wrong with him? He comes up here and says the weirdest shit. Like, he's one of those guys that's got women locked in a basement. Yep, everybody's pretty convinced. That, and you got land in Midlands, probably got some dead bodies on it. So that was documented. You're going to wreck my car. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. Yep. I'm going to take her house away. Let's try to get her kicked out on smoking. We can't take her money because there's a COVID moratorium. And then you called the landlord, and that's exactly what she did. This was on the 9th. This was on the 5th. Okay, who can get that kind of information, Mr. Perry? Who has the recording of that right there? Of you trying to get me kicked out of my home. That was just after. Look at the date. 2/9/2021. Yeah. Just after the judge said, I need to rule out entrapment and provocation. Did you not understand what she meant? Are you mentally slow? And you didn't understand what she meant by that? Leave her alone. I mean, God, it's like talking to a fucking infant. Michael's drugged, and Mitchell's like, how'd she know my argument was going to be? With his ass, while he's sleeping, he caused internal decapitation, blunt force trauma to the head, extensive bruising and damage over his head, neck, and face, and strangulation with his ass. He did that while he's asleep. So, I did know Mr. Mitchell was going to say that, and I about died. I could not believe it. And I texted him, and I said, don't do that to him. So, I guess now, today, he was asking somebody, how did she know that? How did she know what I was going to say? Because you're being investigated, and you were talking about it. Yep. Because you did that murder. Premeditated murder of a cop. You did it. And now, as I said yesterday, the Rangers are mad at TPD. We think TPD's helping Cindy and her guys. They're butthurt over Mike and Lucky. And what is TPD supposed to say? No, we're not. Nuh-uh. We're sociopath like you. Nuh-uh, we're not. Is that what you want him to say, Mr. Perry? What's on your script that you wrote up for everybody? I'd like to know what's on your script. We want to see that. It's one thing when you talk about committing a crime. It's something altogether different when you commit it. And then it's something even altogether different when you talk about the crime, knew you or heard talking about the crime, no police have a recording of it, and you still do it. It's a special kind of stupid, someone that would do that. So, sure shit, he was drugged. And I knew it before. That's dated March 2020. That's dated May 2020. Yep, see, there's a need to know. Who are those guys? Nobody's giving you that information, are they? And where's the marks on him? With his ass, his attorney said. No, I don't think so. There's no such thing as the alien dust landed on me and I sprinkled some on Mike and he could do that. You know, that's part of Charles's weirdo fantasy land. This is who you killed. This is the life you took. I want you to look at him. And Ty Buttram and Chief Ridley should have testified just like they did on the news. They weren't fighting. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense because that's not what happened. This was murder in the first degree of a police officer. Mike was drugged. He passed out. Lucky was fighting with the offender. That was the noise. Mike slept through that whole thing. Nobody heard him peep out of him. At the 8 o'clock check, Lucky won't open the door any whiter than you can see his face. He didn't need to conceal Mike. Mike's the other registered guest in the room. Who was behind him? Who was it? Was it you? Was it a Texas Ranger? One of these guys mad at TPD? Who did that, Charles? You're causing the loss. You're pissing people off. You're getting told on. No one's telling you shit. So when I say to you guys, you might not want to piss me off right now. And you do it anyway, you asked for it. You fucking asked for it. Whatever happens to you, you asked for it. And I'm talking about legal processes. I'm never going to... Listen, you guys try to make it look like, oh, she threatened us. Oh, she's extorting money. Nope. You offered me a bribe, and in response to that, what's your price? I'll give you a house in Houston. I'll do this. My price is you give back the money you owe legit. You get the fuck out of my life. Get your cameras off me. Don't hack me anymore. Fuck off. And I can ask the judge for mercy, but he won't give it to you if he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to. It's not my call. The only thing I can do is go, he made amends. Give him some mercy. But ultimately, it's not up to me, is it? Sure shit, not up to you. Look at the man you murdered. Look at his face. He's got 3 children. Those 3 children are going to have birthdays, Christmases, Thanksgivings, weddings, graduations, and he's not there. He won't be there. Because you're entitled. Welfare. I'm going to take, and I'm going to get away with it. The last 3 days, that's all you've typed in my phone. I can do this and get away with it. I can do this and get away with it. But if I'm quoting what you just said, really? You think so? What planet do you live on? You're the one making the phone calls looking for the recordings. I'm sorry, but you're not. You're lying to you. You're bullshitting yourself. You perpetrated a fraud when you went into court and said, it's a false police report in retaliation for my job. You are not able to, you have nothing legislatively that I give a fuck about. You don't matter to me. Never did. You never did. I knew by far more powerful people than you will ever in their pinky toe, sir. Still do. I still do. If I can get what you just said, you don't think I know some powerful people? I do. You don't want to piss me off. You need to start telling yourself the truth. You have no real love life. There's been no date. You're not loved. You're not wanted. It doesn't go both ways. You do everything I hate. Every repulsive, turn-off, sicko thing. You do that. You know I don't like it. You do it anyway. I like men who work hard. Don't hurt people. Help people. And are interesting to talk to because they work hard. And you do none of that. So don't sit here and act like that's about a date. It's not. Never been about a date. If you liked me, you would do what I like. And you do everything I hate. You're the anti of everything I like. You're a turnoff. You're fat, you're lazy, you're slob, you're perverted, you're a turnoff. And you're cruel. And I'd just as soon hit you and spit in your face as look at you. And you know that. You know that. 13 years, if you didn't think that's true, you'd have showed up where I am. And you don't show up. You know I'll beat the fuck out of you. Because I'm not going to wait to see you got syringe or a hard candy or what murder, a chloroform rag, what murder weapon you might have on you. I'll beat the fuck out of you. And I can. And you know that. That's why you don't come where I am. There won't be a hug fest. It'll be a beatdown. And I can. Because you're dangerous. You've tried to kill me more than once. And everybody knows it. So who has the recordings of you? That judge has already heard you talking about it. Both. Candy. Does she eat hard candy? Is that Geppetto? Your boy, Geppetto? We'll take her car and she can ride a bike. Who said that today? David? He heard you. I mean, you don't want to piss me off. I'm not doing anything to you. I came up here to mind my own business. Hang out with my family. Raise my child. He had a shitty childhood because of you. Thanks for that. So your little threats of I'm going to starve you until you're homeless, or you're going to go live in this house in Houston, duly noted, you're trying to coerce, enticing, and threatening. And that's all that is. You sure you want to piss us off? Look at the man that you murdered right here. Look at it. You like looking? Look. You hacking me? Look at his face, sir. You took his life, and you didn't give a shit. You still don't. You're just trying to make everybody shut up about it. Right? Let's subjugate her. She knows too much. A lot of people know more than you think. Laid him right there. Look at my kid. He's in a fight. He didn't fight back, but he was hit. That's what you look like if you're in a fight. He's bruised. Mike's hands would look like Chief Miller's face. Even in the arrest report, there's no injury. This man's life, look at him. You ruined his life. You ruined it. So you pissed off a lot of people. That does something in a police officer. To know that you will kill cops. You won't think twice about it. You think it won't? You think wrong. So, look at him, Mr. Perry. Look at his face. Look at this man that you ruined. Everybody hates you for it. Hates your guts. I told you in March 2020, when you first started offering me bribes. We find out Mike shrugged. I'm telling the Florida State's attorney, you got the wrong guy, man. I know who did it. I know who the right people are. He didn't get back to me. Didn't get back to me. Is that because did you redirect my email? Did he even get it? You know, you guys think you're all, we're this big fancy criminal organization and we got it all covered. If I'm quoting you, do you really think you have it all covered? Nobody's selling you the recordings, are they? They're in more than one country, so no one could do that even if they wanted to, but nobody wants to. Military ecumenicals and shit. It's all about God and country. There is not one person that wants to. But if you tried to force it, it's in other countries, so you can't do that. Do you understand me? We knew exactly. These guys know y'all inside, outside, backward, and forward. You're all profiled. You've got profiles from a shrink. You're all, everything you do is watched. Everything you do is listened to. You're shit out of luck. So the recordings are not just in U.S., they're in another country too. In case you try to, if you find one of these guys helping me, and you show up at his house with a gun to his head, he couldn't give it to you if he wanted to. Because they're also in another country. Also heard by 3 reporters that are working with us, in case you try to do something like that. So, Princess, we covered it. Let me tell you, we covered it, and then some. You're just pissing everybody off. That's the only thing you've accomplished in 13 years. Make everybody hate your guts. I came up here, David, not to pick a fight with you, to get away from a fight. I don't like drama. Ask anybody that worked with me in a strip club. Some of those girls are all drama. Some of them are high as a kite all the time, and they will be set off on a hair trigger. And I walked off. I don't want to know. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want any part of it. What I want is I'm gonna come in here, do my job, and go home. And I'm not here to get involved in your shit. You want to have shit, fine, but take it away from me. Get it away from me. Ask anybody I worked with. She doesn't like drama. Doesn't like it. I had 2 girls that were high that picked a fight with me, and I don't think the next day they even remembered it. But both of them, the thing about strip club with young girls is they got to prove something to each other, who's tougher. So basically, when that happened and they were going to beat me up, they start acting like they're going to hit me. My response was, listen, I'm 50. I don't have anything to prove to you. I'll tell you one thing. You hit me, I'm not going to hit you back. What I'm going to do is file assault charges against you, and you're going to jail. But we're not having this here. I'm not doing drama with you. Both of them walked off, and that was the end of that. I'm not gonna, I do everything I can do to not have a fight. But if you pick one with me, and you keep picking one, and you keep picking one, yeah, I promise you're gonna wish you hadn't done that, David. I didn't pick one with you. I'm not Wyatt Earp. I didn't come in here to mop up. And I told you that a long time ago. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't know you. I don't give two fucks about you, David. I don't do anything at all to try to ruin anything you do. Now, if you're committing a crime and you're getting caught, that's your problem. You're a grown-ass man. Deal with it. Deal with it like everybody else does. Go get yourself a criminal defense attorney. Shut your mouth. Keep your nose to the ground. Mind your own business and stay away from me. Because when you fuck with me, you guys get told on. When you fuck with me, you get caught. And it's been this way every day since... Bus pass. But we're going to get in bus pass for her. Are you? Okay. Interesting. This was in 2015. Every day since then. We get more and more. The longer you're in my life, the longer you're in my life causing a problem, the more time you're causing hardship and struggle for me, the more we get. Every single day. More and more. It's like you're making it rain. Evidence on us. Like it's a damn strip club. We can't get it fast enough. I've never seen... I mean, you're a special kind of stupid, aren't y'all? So, I'm trying to find the bus pass one. Mr... What's his name? Mr. Robertson. I don't know where it is. It was like a whole bunch of emails with bus pass. I'm going to get her a bus pass and make her leave town. I mean, are you... Who got that puzzle to me? In jail, of all times. Not before, not after... Right there then, in jail. Not some other name, Fabian's name, intersecting with the word hope. Now, I'm going to talk about Fabian just a little bit more, because David Robertson and I had a conversation about Fabian, and I texted Fabian, and I showed that the other night. I can show it again. Here's the thing. Fabian and I, there was conversations we had that aren't none of your business. It's not for the public to know. It's just really not. But you butt into something as it was kind of forming. So we may not have been able to stand 5 minutes with each other. But see, the thing is that's for me and him to decide. I decide who I date. It's not between you and Fabian. It's between me and Fabian, or me and whoever I'm dating. Fabian, but when this is all said and done and over with, might be my best friend. Might never talk to him again. Might be somebody I love for the rest of my life. The thing is... We don't know. That's between me and him for us to decide. You're the butt-in. You're a nosy body, Connie Curry butt-in. I need to matter, and I don't. So, the thing is, beyond that, it is none of your business. It's not your business. I had sent a friend of mine, she's asked me, are you dating anybody? In a private Facebook message. It wasn't all over Facebook. It was in a private message. Private means you keep your nose out of it. You butt out. I said, no, but I like this guy at work. He's one of the managers. I really like him. I like everything about him so far. I'd like to get to know him better. And all hell broke loose. And we all knew. Oh, Charles called. Charles is butting in. Charles is troublemaking again. So, everybody hates you. Because you robbed me and Fabian of a decision that was only ours to make and no one else's. What is this going to be? Nothing? Is it going to be a friendship? Is it going to be a romance? Whatever it's going to be, me and him will decide, and only me and him. It's none of your business. Those are decisions two people can make, and only those two people. I like you as a friend. I like you as a romantic partner. I don't like you at all. Only those two people can make that decision. And you're butting in, and you fuck off. You don't have a choice. For me to get this thing in jail, he did make me hope. I will tell you that. And the song Simple Things is for him. Because the way it was left, and what I told my friend, I like this man. I really like him. And here's why. And the conversation after that was, I needed hope right then, and there he was, and he gave me hope. And I didn't want all this crazy crap shit with Charles. It's horrible that he is imposed on me this way. And I just wanted simple things, hang out with Fabian, and let's see what happens there. Maybe nothing, maybe something, but that's between me and him. That's only our choice, our decision, and nobody else's business. And that's that. It was never your place. Never your place. You called him, and you told, I heard the recording. The judge heard the recording. The police heard the recording. The reporters heard the recording. I will find a way to lock her up, and she will not get out this time unless she's with me. You need to give up. So those are the people that heard the recording, and it made everybody want to throw up. How dare him? How dare him do that to her and Fabian? It is not way out of line. Way the fuck out of line, sir. You are a delusional whack job. And you're an imposition that we all want gone. Everybody's sick of this. We can get information and you cannot. You're causing the problems. You're causing the loss. And this was one. This was one big one right here. The time I lost with my child, watching him grow up in hell, not having a lick of normal in his life, not one day of a normal childhood. You had no right to do that to him. And we will always hate you for it. We hate your guts. There is nothing there but disdain for you. You have no chance of a date when you ruin somebody's life and take away everything they love and everything they work hard for. You do things somebody hates, they're not going to like you, they're going to hate you. If you like that person, you do what they like. So shut up about there being anything romantic. There's nothing romantic about this. You're a turnoff. You're a turnoff. You owe me money because you are using my body for your entertainment and for a profit, and you don't get to do that. You don't. So these guys helping me know exactly what you do all day, every day. Because you're invading my privacy, they're invading yours. But they're doing it to protect life, and you're doing it to kill. So two different motivations there. Do you understand me? You're in a lot of trouble. All of you are in a lot of trouble. You need to butt out of my business. I don't want you in it. I never invited you here, Charles Perry. Never. And I never introduced you to my family. I would never allow you around my family. How dare you? How dare you? So, this thing, this little stunt you pull... Here, let me show this real quick. This little stunt you pulled today. When you're in jail, I'm going to come see how cute you think it is. Then you can go, are you getting away with it now? Is it cute now? Huh? That you took a life and you thought you were going to get away with it? And you threatened me with homelessness? Every day, I'm going to make you be homeless. I'm going to make you starve. You're not going to eat. You're going to lie. You're going to go to the house in Houston. No, I'm not. I am not, bitch. You're going to jail. That's why we're getting all this. You need to get a grip on reality. I don't think you know the difference between fact and fiction anymore. These are the texts Mr. Perry tried to send from my phone after I disconnected it. I got home on, the 6th of April? I disconnected. A couple days later, sent the phone. I mean, it's disconnected. I'm not using it now. I was charging it up to mail to Ted. Now it's evidence. We're going to trial. So, this... I know Matt Powell didn't think we were going to trial because the prosecutor, who intends to go to trial, is going to collect and preserve all the evidence. He's got to make his case. I didn't get a blood draw. That's a Brady violation. Mike didn't get a blood draw until after he was given Narcan. Brady violation. Yep. You're big on the Brady violations, aren't you? So, that's my phone that he hacked and tried to text from it. Just like they said. You know where we were? Being pulled over by Manford Police. I did a little traffic snafu. We're driving in the left lane. We're going by Jiffy Trip, and at the last minute, my kid goes, "Stop at Jiffy Trip, real quick. Stop. Well, I mean, I was already, almost past. I had to just turn, or I'm going to pass it. So I just turned. I mean, I'm like, oh, there's just only this one car. Well, the one car was a cop. Maybe Mike. I don't know. At this point, I had just gotten back from jail false arrest did, like the McNamara email said months before. And a false police report, only it was never investigated. And a political vendetta that you imagined. Or you can't identify your legislative duties or what state you legislate in. So, I was a little bit, needless to say, that rattled me a little bit to get pulled over. After that, I'm like, oh my God, the last thing I need right now is to be pulled over. I will tell you this about whoever that was that pulled me over. Nicest guy ever. I'm shaken by this situation that just happened to me. My guys did not tell me beforehand what they were going to do. They said I needed your reaction to be authentic. I needed that. So we couldn't tell you until we did it. We got you the puzzle though. Did that help? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that helped. That was amazing. That was absolute. That made my heart sing. So this person, I showed him my bond condition, and I'm like, I got a stalker. He was threatening me with false arrest. Then he did it, and here's my bond conditions. And he looked up at me and he goes, I have another call and I got to go. You're good. You're good. Just be careful, okay? Don't drive. He didn't give me a ticket. Didn't give me a warning. Nothing. And he goes, use somebody else's address. Do not give out your address. I was like, okay, thank you. And who that was and why they did that, Mr. Perry, is none of your business. You don't call Manford Police tomorrow and threaten. It is none of your business, and it is out of line for you to threaten cops. You don't threaten anybody again. You'll be charged for that too. Don't fucking do it again. All you do is threaten and bully and listen, everybody hates your guts right now. You be very careful what you say. Your attorney sucks, or he'd have told you that. Shut up, go work, and don't bother anybody else because you're in a lot of trouble. You've dug your hole nice and deep, and I don't think you're going to get out very easily, if at all. So if your attorney was worth a shit, that's what his advice would be. Not, oh yeah, we can buy you out of this. You are not getting bought out of this one. I said that. Do not call. I don't know. It might have been Mike Neely. I don't know. It's none of your business. You're a stalker. A police officer has the right to tell me, don't give anybody your address. You have a stalker. You fuck off. Listen, you're a stalker. Stalking is a felony. There's not ever been a date. There never will be a date. You're pissing everybody off. Charles, you're pissing everybody off. Shut up and go away. Don't threaten one more person. I swear to God. You will be hit with such a legal shit. I mean, you will not. Legal shitstorm like you cannot imagine. This is a bill you paid. Wrong bill, too, by the way. Mr. Perry sees 2 emails coming in. One is from the court shrink. After he's, you know, the thing that the witness says he has the ex take the kids away. He did that to me with my parents. So, we're in court for child custody. You ripped my youngest son's heart out. Ripped it out. They were best buddies. His brother was everything to him. You didn't have the right to do that. And we know you did. You bribed drunk Deborah. Our judge, by the way, was arrested for drunk driving after our trial. So, she's not even a judge now. Yeah, that's one of Perry's kind of people. So, he's telling me you got to pay the bill of $350 or you can't talk to your son. And this one came from, on the same day, Jeff Kaufman wanting money. Also, his bill was attached. His bill was this. So, what's funny is, what I told Galligan, because he's like, you can't talk to your son if you don't pay the bill. I said, Mr. Galligan, the judge said, I'm ordering a session with a counselor between Cynthia and our kid. Just like that. There's nothing in the order about money. So schedule something right fucking now. And he did. This, I get a call from Kaufman. I got your money. I'm like, I didn't pay you. I don't have any money to pay you. Well, I got it. Okay, well, I need a copy of that check because I didn't pay you. Oh, call your bank and get a copy. Listen to me, Mr. Kaufman. You're not listening to me, sir. I didn't pay you. Someone else did. I want to know who. I want a copy of that check so I can tell who paid the bill. It wasn't me. somebody like a hacker who saw the bills and paid you. I don't want you paid. Even if I had it, I wouldn't pay you. I was disputing Mr. Kaufman's bill. Look at the amount. $375. Very close to $350, isn't it? Yeah, see. So, we got a lot of signs of hacking here from Princess Weirdo. A lot of stalkers hack these days. Okay, so we got this. What I was showing last night. That I texted Fabian the night that Dave came in and told him, here's what Dave said to me. I want you to tell me what the fuck's going on, Fabian. I want to hear your side of the story. Because this side of the story is a little bizarre. I'm only getting Charles's version of it. I want your version of it. So I tried to call him. And I'm like, did you get my text? He's like, yeah. I want to talk to you, but I'm at work. Call me back at 3:30. I tried to call him back. I don't get an answer. We knew that was going to happen. We knew. You think we didn't know? So, what he could have done, Mr. Perry, is pick up the phone and go, I don't want to talk to you, or I can't talk to you, or I'm seeing someone, or 100 different things. Didn't say anything but, I'd love to talk to you. I'm at work. Call me back at 3:30. So, this man has had all this time to say what he thinks. And you robbed him of that opportunity. He's not once said, I don't want you. He's not once said, tried to blow me off. I think at this point, he and I don't even know. Do we like each other? Do we not like each other? Do we, can we not stand 5 minutes with each other? Do we, is it romantic? Is it just friends? What, we don't even know. You robbed us of that. And that wasn't your place. It was never your place. I'll tell you this, he's hot, he's sexy, he's smart, he's sweet, and you're not. Just like that. So, he wins, you lose. What I want, it'll never be you. So, the dating thing, Mr. Perry, works like this. The dating thing is between two people that want to be in the dating relationship. And it has nothing to do with everybody else. Other people don't make that decision. The people in the relationship make the decision. Actually, it's that way with every kind of relationship. Business, personal, friends, lovers, whatever it is. Those two people make the decision, and no one else. I don't want you. You disgust me. You disgust me more by the day. If somebody wants a date with me, they wine me and dine me first, and then I'll decide if I like you. You don't starve me, ruin my credit, ruin my reputation, ruin my career, ruin my business, and they go, well, I'll take care of you. Fuck you. I'm a big girl. I'll take care of me. I want to date somebody that supports my career, a career I choose, and you fuck off. You just fuck off. How about that? Stalking is a crime. So, on the night David comes in, it's October 13, 2015. And he says, why did you like Charles? I don't like Charles. Because he's a fucking asshole. He's a weirdo. There's nothing to like. And that whole Fabian thing. He butt into something, none of his business. I don't like guys like that. That's weird. And he's like, Fabian doesn't want you. And I'm like, well, I gotta hear that from Fabian. I still haven't heard that from him. I've never heard him say that. And you're not his spokesperson. Oh, well, actually he just wants to fuck you. And I go, okay, let us fucking be done with it. You guys are dragging this on and on and on, butting into something. It's none of your business. Doesn't concern you. Oh, actually, he and Charles fought over you for months. Yeah, there's no fight there. It's not Charles's choice who I date. It's my choice who I date. I date who I want. Somebody I like. He's just butting in. What is this? What the fuck is that? It doesn't concern him. It's none of his business. I choose who I want. I choose who I date. And it's between me and Fabian. It's not between Fabian and Charles, who I want. I want who I want. It's not Charles, it's Fabian. I want to date Fabian or somebody a lot like him. Just like that. That's it. That's how it is. But Fabian's never said, I don't want you. Never. He didn't even give me a blow-off line like, oh, I'm seeing somebody. He did nothing. When I'm dancing, that's what we used to do. We'd have guys go, oh, how about I take you out? And I'd be like, well, I don't even know you. I don't go out with strange men. I mean, for all I know, you're an axe murderer. Okay. And then, well, I'll come in more. Okay, so they'd start coming in more. And then it'd be like, I want to date you. Well, I have a boyfriend. Yeah, make something up. Just say shit. Just get out. Stop with this. You're a customer. I don't want to date you. So, we'd all make up shit. Make whatever pops in your head. say that to get the guy to stop asking you out because you've said no already, and he's still kind of. You're just like, nah, I don't, how about just to see me in here? But part of the fantasy is making them think they could get a date with you. So you have to be very careful. It's a fine line. So you don't want to run off your money at the same time. You're not gonna go out on a date with that guy. It's just not gonna happen. So you have to be very careful. But if somebody got real weird and real pushy about it, then you're like, no, I have a boyfriend. I didn't have a boyfriend. I've got a stalker I got to get rid of. What I would do though is I would make up. What's your boyfriend do? Oh, he's a manager at a strip club in Dallas, so he doesn't have a problem with you dancing. Nah, he's in the business. He gets it. So, I mean, that's what I say. I said it to every customer that asked me out. Or it got pushy. Once in a while, I would go, sure, I'll think about going out with you. If it got him back in and sold more dances. It's part of the job. Everybody knows that. Everybody thinks they're going to go home with a stripper. No one goes home with a stripper. It's rare. So, I mean, that's just how it is. Charles, you'll never get a date with me. It's your job. I'm very good at what I do. No one's gotten what we've gotten. So you need to stop going around telling everybody there's a romance there. There's just not. You're delusional. Why aren't you embarrassed? It's embarrassing to everybody else. Why? I mean, people are just, I'm about to die. This guy is something. He's not all, golly, where'd he come up with this crap? And those guys in Sepulpa did tell me. We think he's got women locked in a basement somewhere. Because he says weird things, like he's going to get you pregnant. Come on with that. You're not interested in having kids? I'm like, absolutely fucking not. There's no fucking way. Especially not his. Chucky. I'm going to give birth to Chucky's kid. Satan's spawn. Nope. You're not going to touch me, much less that. You'll get the fuck beat out of you. You need to get a grip on reality because you're making a buffoon of yourself. And everybody's really tired of hearing it. If you liked me, you would do what I like. And you do absolutely everything that makes my skin crawl. You are the creepiest fuck I've ever met in my life. You're a turnoff. Never gonna happen. So, nobody believes even you want that. Because you just, like I said, you're all about ruining people's lives. Even to your own detriment. You're caught, you know you're caught. You're caught more than ever in your life and you do it anyway. You say you want to cover up, but you keep doing it. We've already caught you, and you'll still try to do it. And over and over and over. And it's like, what? Who the fuck goes to the bank robbery after he's already told everybody on the planet, here, I'm going to rob the bank at 9 o'clock Monday. And the police have been called and they're waiting for you, and you still go. I mean, you're a special kind of stupid. You don't have a cover-up, you act like you don't even want one. You don't have a date, you act like you don't even want one. So nobody believes your bullshit anymore. What everybody believes is Charles Perry likes causing drama, and that's all there is to it. He likes pissing everybody off, and then sits back and watch everybody yell and scream. And he gets off on that. Because if he didn't like that, he wouldn't do the same thing every day that gets the same results. It's the same thing every day. It's like Groundhog Day with you people. So these are texts that I've had. Whatever it is between me and Fabian is between me and Fabian. I have yet to sit down face to face and talk to him about it. And it doesn't concern you at all. And my choice will never be you. It'll be him or someone like him. Do you understand? I'm not a stalker. I don't stalk him. I'm not all like, oh, I gotta have him. What I do, though, is that puzzle is all over my room. Because it makes me hope. My guys gave that to me in jail to cheer me up. They knew I was pissed. They knew I was mad. How could you do this to me and not tell me? So, well, I needed you to be authentic. I needed you to be very upset. Just like you are. We needed it to look real. So we needed you not to know. But we got this to you. We want you to know we're watching every fucking thing they do. So, there's that. And so last night, okay, you have this, and this is what it looks like when you start. Very busy, see? No excuse for no orders to come in if it's busy. And then I got upside down, I got upside down, I got upside down. So I'm talking to some other dashers while we're all waiting for our deliveries to get ready. One guy's, they all said you have a very high decline rate. Wow, do I? Wonder why that is. Maybe because I have a hacker who sends me this shit. You can't make any money on. My rate is extremely high. My decline rate of orders is way over the top compared to everybody else's. We have a forensic accountant doing the same thing. Investigating you the same way you investigated my clubs. Sin, it's a whole different club on the night you're there than the night you're not. He is running off your customers and your money. By your third year, you ought to be making 6 figures. So, when we arrest him, he's going to pay you back in restitution, okay? And whatever you can't get in restitution, you can sue the fuck out of him afterwards. And then he can't buy the judge. So, no, you won't buy the judge. You're going to be arrested, and then you're going to go to jail. That's why we get, the McNamara email. Sir. The Mike was drugged email. Sir. We got one. We got to get back to Texas so we can do more tour. Sir. Get a grip on reality. Sir. If I'm quoting what you just said, you think you have a choice? You can buy another judge? You think that really? What is the deal with the Knights of Templar? How do you know they're not being investigated? How do you know we haven't infiltrated that group? Is that the whole Memo 618 group? You know, from The Good Fight, the Memo 618, did you see that? Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. If you're seeing it on TV, people are mad enough about it to make it on TV. So you might be up shit creek. Just so you know. They might have your whole thing infiltrated. Because people have had enough of it. People, corruption. You don't have any idea what you're in. None, not a clue. And you can tell. You act like you don't understand people. So one after the other. I don't do Wingstop and I don't do Chipotle. You know why? One, they're on your payroll and they take too fucking long to even acknowledge you're there. Much less, and then it's 10-15 minutes for them to even acknowledge you. And then another 10-15 for you to get the fucking order. Meanwhile, they got a customer sitting at home waiting for dinner. And I'm like, what? It's your customer. You're pissing off. I'm just taking it over. The customer trusted you out of hundreds of restaurants to order from, and you're making them wait. I'm just taking it to their house. I don't do business with them. You guys know that. I've said it before, over and over and over and over. I don't do Chick-fil-A, because I got about 15 orders from Chick-fil-A, upside downs, one after the other, after the other, after the other, and they work for you. So there's that. One, upside downs, all these are upside downs. I think I did about 4 orders tonight. That was it. So the other dashers are like, this one guy's like, I make $1,000 a week. And my decline rate is nothing like yours. Nothing like it. That's a lot of declined orders. Yup. Here's my rule. He goes, yep, I have the same rule. $1 a mile, at least. So, I don't know what his gas bill is. He didn't tell me his gasoline bill. That's his gross, not his net. Mine is $200. And it's a struggle for that. I'm just going to work. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm minding my own business. I'm just going to work. So, if you make me homeless, be prepared for things to blow up in your face like they never have before. Because everybody knows that you have intentionally taken my money to try to make me be homeless. You already got me kicked out of my house, my apartment. That pissed everybody off. Then we find it. Here's what happened when you did that. You're calling around looking for the recordings of y'all, and nobody will help you. But guess what? We found out you're calling around looking for the recordings of y'all. Geppetto. Think about how much more information we have since the first time you offered me a bribe. We find out Mike's drugged. We tell the Florida State's attorney. Then you hire the hitman. I think we found a hitman that could kill her. And it won't be linked to us. Except it was, because we heard the recording of it. What do I do if she won't take the shot? You convince her she'll die if she doesn't. Right? Your little death by syringe, death by hard candy. So then Mr. Perry starts bribing me. And I'm like, you'll give me whatever I want. Well, what I want is for you to pay back the money you took from me and you get the fuck off me, rapist. Get off me. Get away from me. Get out of my life. Get Mike Neely home to his family. Get customers into sensations. Not your fucking migrant workers, Mr. Robertson. Not them. That's what you send in. I got 20 migrant workers who barely eke out a living, because I'm one of this part of Perry's crowd of here's your pinto beans. We're all welfare minded. What's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. I'm going to make you work for free. That's just kind of what we do. So I'm going to make those guys in who have no money. They're going to come in. They're all Mexicans. Okay, well, the strip clubs and Mexicans are a whole different ballgame than they are in the United States. You can do anything in there. So they're very grabby and very impolite. We don't really care for that. I don't care if a Mexican comes in and he's a gentleman. One of my favorite customers, I had one that was a Mexican. He was very much a gentleman. Didn't speak a lick of English. But we had a great time. He was very nice, very polite. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your guys that are grabby. You know, you're not supposed to grab at women, even in a strip club. It's against the law. And you send those guys in who have no money, and they're very physically abusive, in a sense. And I mean, I'm not talking like they don't beat anybody up or anything, but I mean, there's like a battery. We could have them charged with battery, sexual battery, if we wanted to, if we were really asshole about it. So those people, no, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about nice guys who are fun to hang out with lots of money, that are gonna treat people right. Do you even know people like that? Do you even know people like that, Perry? Are you so fucked up that you don't have any knowledge of anybody who's just normal? That you so surrounded yourself with a crowd of weirdo to convince yourself it's all good, it's all okay? It's not, sir. You need to go be. You need to go be. Go be around some normal people. You'll see how crazy, creepy you are. How fucked up you are. So, I'm not talking about so I'm telling him, here's what I want. You're telling me you're going to give me whatever I want? Well, what I want is, Sensations is full of paying customers. Mike Neely goes home. You pay me back what you owe me, that you took, my work. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. That money. 6 figures by her 3rd year is what she should have made. She didn't even get close to that. So, he owes her some money. And I'll make sure he gets it. I'll make sure she gets it. I'm the forensic accountant. I'll make sure that when we all go to trial in the criminal case, she gets it back. That way, or in civil court afterwards, because then he can't buy a judge. So, that's the deal. And he's like, no, I need you to lie. Well, I'm not going to lie for you. Did you want me to lie about the fact that I knew Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said that? Or that it was confirmed several months later when first responders were deposed? Which one did you want me to lie about? You know, come on, get off your high horse, weirdo. Get a grip on reality. So this right here pissed my guys off. So you're probably going to get recorded like a motherfucker today. And I did say, fix the thing with my ex-husband that you caused. You told him at 4 o'clock. We're going to make sure she doesn't make any money, because we want to entice her with a house in Houston. It's kind of hard to do if she has money. Yep, that's illegal. Duly noted for the record, you were trying to do that. I don't want to go. I want you to fuck off. I want you to leave me alone and never contact me again. I hate it when you try to contact me. I'm in your life. No, get out of it. I don't want you in it. I'm coming. I don't want you to come. I want you to get the fuck out of my life. Damn it, get out of it. Get the fuck out of it. And butt out of my business. Just butt out of it. Go live your life. Don't you have something better to do than bother everybody all day? That you wanted to be a dignitary. Yeah, you are not. You are not even close. So, I mean, they got a forensic accountant investigating what you're doing with my Dasher money, so he can make his case. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. And so he already knows. He actually said my numbers were pretty close to that guy's. So when you send these, when you hack my app and you send all this, and you piss my guys off and we start quoting you again, like today, let's take her car and get her a bike. How do I even know about the house in Houston? Oh, all the recordings of y'all talking about it. All the recordings of you calling all over the place. I'm going to make her move. Yeah. Then having to call people. She's not going to move. Oh, shit. All those recordings, Mr. Perry. Over and over and over. I mean, that's what happens when you do this to me, because you piss my guys off. They get mad. They got power. More in their pinky toe than you'll ever have. You and David put together will not have that kind of power. You can't even control you. We control your leaks. Always have, always will. You need to sit down and tell yourself the truth. Because you're making a buffoon of yourself. I've never seen anything like it. You're a special kind of stupid. And you can't fix that. You can't fix stupid, and you can't reason with crazy. So, when you guys do that, do you think it's cute? See that? When it's really dark, it's very busy. And then I get those, or nothing. For this to look like this tonight, my guy's like, tell Perry, great job on the pinto beans. That's a way to win her over. Yeah, he was being snarky, Charles. If you liked me, you would do what I like, and it's not that. It's, go be normal, go work, have something interesting to talk about. Don't go around, butting into shit. Nobody wants you in. My ex-husband never called my friends. Didn't even know half of them. That is a fucked up thing to do. Gaslighting, we're calling it witness tampering, just so you know. Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513 prohibits it. And then every state has a law that goes along those lines. You're guilty of racketeering and fraud, aren't you? Organized crime. This is white collar, and then you murdered a cop. That's something in all cops. They killed a cop and didn't fucking give second thought about it. Wow. These people are dangerous. If they do that. This chick is brave soul. That she can fight these people. And, not freak out. I'd be freaking out. If somebody took my home, I'd be freaking out. If somebody threatened my family, I'd be freaking out. If somebody threatened to kill me, I'd be freaking out. If I'm listening to the guy talk about killing me, I'd freak out. And she just, what's the next step in the process? What's the next step in the process? But I'm told I'm not allowed to cry. Where you can see it. So, you know how hard that is to do when somebody just took your home away? You haven't been able to talk to your family because you don't want them to get hurt? Well, my shrink taught me how. She spent time with me and worked with me, and we practiced it. It took some practice. It's not easy to do. And it's not about shoving down feelings and then all burst into tears later. When you're finally arrested, it'll be a cry fest. It's not about that. It's a whole different technique. A whole fucking different technique. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But she said he's a sex sadist. He gets off on that, literally. So you start crying, he'll start making you cry more. And then he thinks that's a date. He's mentally ill, bad. Mentally ill, very badly mentally ill. Very deranged. Very deranged, demented person. Very sadistic. He's running a fantasy through his head. He's going to get you to Houston. He's going to kill you. He's going to have sex with your dead body. You know who else said that? Lucky Miller. Lucky Miller said the same thing. This guy's a necro. And he's running a fantasy through his mind about killing her and having sex with her dead body. He does weird, twisted shit no living woman would do. He's got to kill him. He's a sex weirdo, like a motherfucker. It's the really creepy kind. BTK, worse than that. He's desecrating a remains. And he's not doing that in my jurisdiction. So who did you tell that to, Charles? He knows you. He had you figured out. So does our shrink. That you're running a fantasy through your head. The thing about serial killers is you guys have a cooling off period, and then it starts to build and build and build and build, and then you blow. You got to have a release. You got to kill somebody, right? But you got cops all over you right now. So what are you gonna do? Build and build and build, and then what? What are you gonna do? When are you gonna blow? You think it's gonna give you some kind of euphoria, but what happens instead is you murder, and you have the euphoria doesn't quite meet your expectation, and then you go to depression, right? You get depressed because that building, you had your cooling off period, and then you build, and it builds, and it builds, and you work yourself up, and you work yourself up, and you're fantasizing, and you're working yourself up, and you're fantasizing, and then you murder, and you're expecting to get that thrill, that euphoria, and it never comes. And then you get depressed. And then there's the cooling off period, and then you build again. And you run into fantasy, and you build. It's an addiction for you, isn't it? It controls everything you do, doesn't it? You have no control over it at all. Right? How many women have you killed? How many women have you killed so that you could have sex with their dead body? See, people are very concerned about you and what you'll do next. So, you're being watched. Everything you do, sir. You're concerned about what I'm going to do next. I'm going to live under a bridge because that's what you want. And it's your fault. You planned it. It's a loss. It's another injury. I'll be paid for it later. When you're in jail, because you did that to me, you put me under a bridge. You told my ex-husband at 4 o'clock to tell her you can't help. Tell her you can't help her. Tell her I'm not going to help you. If you need help again, if he takes your money again, I don't want to hear about it, and I'm not going to help you. And at 7 o'clock, he did that. Exactly that. He said he read your script. But the problem is he tried to use, I'm sick. Yeah, first of all, I'm not sure that's true. Second of all, you're on a salary. It doesn't matter. You can take time off to be sick. You get to pay the same thing if you're working 1 hour or 100. And he didn't know what to say because y'all didn't tell him what to say. It's not on the script. He fumbled around and then hung up on me. So, because it's your fault, you planned it, you premeditated it, you talked about it, and then you caused it after you knew we knew. You're in for a legal shitstorm. You are digging that hole deep, sir. They'll charge you. It'll just be another charge when they arrest you. And I'll get all my money back and I'll be fine. And I won't have to lie. Somebody asked that question. What's she supposed to do? He keeps doing what she says. Exactly what she says. She says it before, not after. So what is it she's supposed to fucking lie about now? My guy says, at no time were you supposed to lie. Should you have been pressured to lie? At no time was that appropriate. So, what I've asked you to do, Mr. Perry, I don't want your house in Houston. I don't want you. I don't want you to support me. I don't want you to come in here. I don't want anything to do with you. I would like very much for you to fix the thing you did with my ex-husband. I shouldn't have to call him. My guys are pissed right now. Never again should you ever have to call and ask for money. And if you do, we're apeshit on them. My guys will go in on their day off to dig more and get more and then wrap this up. So you can't hurt me ever again. So you can't hurt anybody ever again. And we got more because you did this. We got more. While you were doing that, my guys go, here's one. We'll take her car and she can ride a bike. Okay? We can't kidnap her because she put that out about kidnapping. It's even worse than that. There's even more that I don't type up that you know nothing about. You're in a lot of trouble. So I suggest you fix it with my ex-husband and do not make me call and ask for help. Ever again. If you make me ask for help, or if I'm under this, you're not gonna like what my guys do to you. If you don't like us quoting you, Mr. Perry, like we did today. Where is it? Where's the fucking quote? We're gonna get her, take her car and give her a bike. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. That right there. My guys were pissed because they could see what you were doing to my work last night. So they gave me that. And there's even more I haven't typed up. I'm busy. So, do you want to piss them off? Do you really want to piss them off? You won't like what they do to you any more than you like them getting that from you and giving it to me. Never called you and never said, is it okay, Mr. Perry, if we get what you just said and give it to her? Nope. No one cares what you think. You're not asked. Ever. We're all sick of hearing what you think. Why don't you get that? Why do you think that I care what you think? Why do you think that? Like, nobody understands why the fuck you think I care what you think. You never shut up. And we're like, why does he, how many different ways can I say, no one asked you what you think? We're sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of you. We're all sick of hearing it. So, please shut up. Please just shut up and get away from me. Please just shut the fuck up and get away from me. When we get this from you, and it gets to me, do you like that? I mean, if I'm on the street, they're gonna go apeshit on you. I mean, you're gonna piss them off. Why wouldn't you? They're cops. They don't like your crime. They don't like your crime. They've caught more of your crime than anybody you know. I wouldn't piss him off. I mean, but you're a special kind of stupid, so it seems like you like provoking people that have a lot more power in their pinky toe than you guys all together will ever have. What's the Knights of Templar, Perry? Are you some kind of member in that? Listen, that little doll of yours that you have is creepy, and I don't like it. So please, cut that the fuck out, weirdo. Geppetto. So when he says that, when he's telling me the bribe, I'll give you whatever you want if you lie, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie for you. We all want you in jail. We don't have to deal with this anymore. Once you're in jail, people don't like problems. They don't like drama. They don't like loss. They don't like hardship. Or people that cause it. When you're in jail, all that's gone with you and the nightmare's over. So nobody's going to help you. Everybody's sick and tired of this. But in March 2020, when you first offered that, and I said, give back what you took and get the fuck out of my life. And you didn't. So we got more. We got Geppetto. We got Calvin. We got Muffin Man. Right? We got the syringe. I'm going to murder her with a syringe. Make her think it's a medical need shot, medically necessary shot. It's strychnine. We got the, what else did we get? I mean, there's just a shit ton we got between March 2020 and now. And in between each time she's not getting a new apartment and a new car. We got that. We got Geppetto's name. When I told you, give it back and get the fuck out, or they're gonna get more. You're giving it to us. You're making it rain evidence all over us. That's what this is, bitch. You just made it rain evidence all over us. That's what that is. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. My decline rate is extremely high as compared to everybody else. It's extremely high. Poking, peeping, pink penny, pathetic Perry. Your guy calls you that. Your own people make fun of you. Peeping, poking, pink penny, pathetic Perry. And then he said stuff I can't repeat publicly. Wasn't nice. He doesn't like you. He thinks you're pathetic. We all think you're pathetic. You know, if you like a woman, you do things she likes. And you do everything that's creepy. You're a disgust. You're absolutely disgusting. You have no chance of a date with me. You disgust me. And the more you contact me, the more pissed off I get. Because I said, don't contact me. I don't like it. And you need to stop bullshitting everybody that there's any kind of date. This is not about a date. If you like me, you would do what I like. You don't. You do every disgusting, nasty, cruel, bitch-ass thing on the planet that no normal person could think of if they had to. You're a sick, twisted motherfucker. You're a criminal. It's a job for me. Do you understand me? There's no chance of a date, and you know that. You're not even trying to get me to like you. You do everything I hate. Every repulsive, sick, fucked up thing I hate. And nothing I like. Not a thing I like. I have to be wined and dined first, then I'll decide if I like you. My guy's like, tell him thanks for the pinto beans. Way to get her to, way to win her over. Welfare. Here's the canned food. Now, why don't you like me? He does everything she hates. Why doesn't she like me? I don't know. What could it be? It's not about that. It's about you get a sick, fucked up thrill pissing everybody off. You like getting everybody all arguing and fight with each other and you sit back and watch. Right, sociopath? You're a nutbag. True blue certified nutbag. And you're stupid. A special kind of stupid. So I'm on the streets. I mean, you fixed the problem. My parents owe me money. They tried to pay me. You told them not to. You better fix that now. Or it'll be done for you. By the guys that got me what you just said, Geppetto. And you owe me money. Now, you can pay it in restitution or before. You pay it before, I can ask the judge for mercy. Doesn't mean he'll give it to you. He may or he may not. He's not real impressed with you right now. I'll tell you that. Why would he be? He's heard you talking about murdering me. And doing that shit. We gotta make her be homeless. He's like, what in the hell? Making her be homeless? Why would he do that? Because he's a sadist? Because he's a sexual deviant sadist? Who gets off on ruining women. He seething hatred for women. Seething hatred. And as many times as the shrink explains all that to him and to us, we still don't understand it. We still can't possibly understand some fucked up whack job like you. So, I mean, whenever I've said give it back and get the fuck out. Give it back and get the fuck out. And you keep making it rain, and we get more, and we get more, and we get more. Longer Mike's in jail, we get more. The longer you bother me, we get more. Geppetto. Right, Geppetto? Right, Muffin Man? See, if he'd been gone, he'd been off me, out of my life, I wouldn't know who Geppetto was, or Calvin, or Muffin Man. When you fuck with me, it's all different, isn't it? And you act like you don't have any idea what that means. Yeah, get a grip on reality. Things go better if you tell yourself the truth. Well, all I ask you to do is leave me alone. That's it. Leave me the fuck alone. I can make money. You're taking it faster than I can make it. Leave me the fuck alone. Then there's nothing else to get. It's common sense. You know what 2 and 2 is? For you, it's 2 and 2 is math. You don't know. You're stupid. When you fuck with me, you get caught. When you touch a hot stove, you get burned. Your hand's fucking falling off. And you're still trying to touch the stove. And everybody's going, what in the hell is wrong with this guy? Charles, I don't like you. You're not going to get a date. You're pissing me off. I don't like you. You're never going to get a date with me, sir. You do everything I hate. If you liked me, if this was about that, you would do what I like. Not every creepy, fucked up, weird, bizarre thing no normal person could do if they had to. Stop it. Stop. Tell yourself the truth. 13 years, you get rejected and told on every single day for 13 years. There's not going to be a date. I'm not going to lie for you. You are committing a crime. Coercion, witness tampering, stalking, hacking, peeping. It's felony after felony after felony after felony. When you do it to me, you get caught. Please get a special ed teacher to help you understand what the fuck that means. You can tell you don't have any idea what I just said. You're a special kind of stupid. We have Geppetto. We have Muffin Man. We have Hansel and Gretel. We have the bus pass conversation. We have the one today. I'm going to take her car. Maybe we can get her a bike. Because you will not. Fuck off. I said fuck off. Or they'll do it for you. Meantime, you want to keep throwing evidence at us, we're going to take it. You're making it rain evidence. It's like it's a fucking strip club. Right? You're a special kind of stupid. Right, Geppetto? I mean, we got all... I'm repeating myself. This guy's got Alzheimer's or something. There's no way he doesn't have Alzheimer's. Don't contact me. Listen to me. When you contact me, we get a lot more. Because I hate it. Don't contact me. I hate it. Shut up and leave me alone. I hate it. So Geppetto has you to thank. Because I said don't contact me. I hate it. You are creepy. You're a turnoff. Don't contact me. This... I don't know where it is. That's the witness statement. You're proving him right every fucking day. It is so easy. It is not even fair with you. You have told people you're robbing the bank at 9 o'clock Monday. You told anybody who will listen. The cops found out about it. They're waiting there for you, and you're still going to do it. Okie dokie. So easy, it's not even fair. All of this. Mike's ringtone email, all of that. All these emails. Most of them happened between March 2020 and now. Look how much more we got. When you contact me, when you take my money, when you invade my privacy, you piss my guys off, they can get that shit from you to me. And it's not up to you. It's not up to you. We control your leaks. You do not. Some of it's from court order, wiretap, something. I'm not told all that, the semantics of that. I don't even care. You know what I care about? Whatever we need to do to make this bitch be gone. But within the law. Whenever we say that stuff, I get tired of repeating myself. There's no physical threat to harm Mr. Perry, anybody with him. Unless he comes near me. And that's self-defense. I don't know if he's going to have a syringe or a chloroform rag or a gun. I'm not going to wait and find out. I'm going to take his ass down. That's it. So if he doesn't want to get beat up, he just doesn't come where I am. Or if he does, he wears his football helmet and he yells whatever it is he needs to say from across the parking lot. Not within arm's length. Okay? Everybody clear on that? Otherwise, there's no threat to hurt him at all. So when I say we're going to kick your ass, we're going to do this and that, it's a metaphor, Matt. And we get tired of having to explain that. We're not going to explain it again. You need to keep up. We're not slowing down for you. And also, or it might be a legal shitstorm. On top of the legal shitstorm you already got. You guys, we just give you the shovel. You just keep digging your hole deeper and deeper and deeper. The more you try to cover up your crime, the more uncovered it gets. Look at that. March 2020, give it back and get the fuck out. Or don't sit there and say you'll give me anything I want. You're not going to give me whatever I want. You're going to give me what you want. I am not going to go spend 5 minutes being creeped out by you. Bitch. I wouldn't do it for an hour. When Pinto offered me $5,000, just spend a few hours being creeped out by him, and you'll be $5,000 richer. And I was like, ew, ugh, no. Same as now. You think I'm going to go to a house in Houston and be creeped out by you for the rest of my life, and be your bitch, and be abused and tormented and tortured by you? Fuck you. You are off your nut. You're off your nut. See, here's the thing. Well, I have help. The guys that got me all that, it got it from you to me, and it's not up to you. They're going to put you in jail, and this is over. I'll never be broke again. I'll never be broke again. You won't be around to cause problems anymore. You won't be around to pester and pester and pester and bother and bother and pester and whack job things that nobody could think up if they had to, if they're normal. You are sick and twisted, and I told you to stop that shit. Boy, howdy, that's what I mean. So when you don't, we get more, because it pisses us all off. You're a creepy motherfucker. If people knew that some of the stuff that guy does to me, that it's so weird right now, I'm not going to talk about it, because it's that weird. So we'll wait till it's this criminal trial, and my guys will tell. Sometimes it's like, I don't want to have to explain that. that is weird. That is so bizarre, so off the rails, weirdo. I don't want to have to explain that to anybody, so let's just wait till it's a criminal court, and he's recorded talking about doing that weird thing to me, and then it's his words, not mine. I don't have to explain a thing. So, all of this came because you pissed my guys off taking my money, or pestering me. So we get Geppetto, we get Muffin Man, we get Calvin's name, right? I've never met Calvin, I don't know who the hell he is, but his name comes up all the time in recordings. So did Geppetto's. So did Muffin Man's. So this is, so did Blankenship's. Now, I'm not sure who the fuck Blankenship is. There's a Blankenship in Lubbock. I guess it's your friend Blankenship. I don't know. Anyways, there's all this that we got that you had a choice in March 2020. Leave me the fuck alone. Give it back and get out. Had you done that, Mike would be home, and nobody would suspect you killed Lucky. But since you didn't do that, and there was fraud on that court, and I'm broke, so there's evidence of coercion, everybody knows you did. And now we got so much more. You're a special kind of stupid. It's so easy, it's not fair. You just dish out the proof. Here's the evidence, and I'm just gonna make it rain evidence of my crimes all over you. We're just like, okay, we'll bag it and tag it. I don't know, I mean, yeah, like, he thinks that's a date? This is a special kind of stupid. So, yeah, my guy said to tell Perry, thanks for the pinto beans, welfare. Way to win a woman over. Yeah. No, Charles, I just said don't contact me, didn't I? I just said it. You have Alzheimer's? Yeah, act like you have Alzheimer's. We have to repeat ourselves all the time. You want to be a dignitary, right? It's hard to tell. It's like you. Charles, don't contact me. Please listen to me. When you contact me, we get all that. Do you just like getting told on? Because that's what you act like, right, Geppetto? I mean, you're just pissing me off right now. I said don't contact me. I don't like it. And when you do it anyway, we get more of that. Do you like getting told on, sir? When you do my finances like you did last night, and it's pinto beans from welfare guy over here who feels entitled to take money from women and kids, human rights violations. You know how many billions of dollars are poured into organizations and agencies to fight human rights violations like what you're doing? Do you know? Your memo 618, if you got something like that, it's not worth fuck. We've quoted judges. You think it's worth fuck? Really? Yeah, you need to rethink that comment that you made. I can do this and get away with it. If we're quoting you, really? You think that? You sure you want everybody to realize that you're that delusional? Yeah. Okay. So when you take my money, understand what's going to happen. Things are going to blow up for you, and we're going to start quoting you. Do you understand me? You asked for it. You know the deal. You pester me. You invade my privacy. My guys are going to invade yours. They're up your ass, Geppetto. They're up your ass, Geppetto. Who was it? You that wanted to give me hard candy to kill me? Does she like hard candy? No. I don't think I've seen her ever eat hard candy. Said the guy I don't know and shouldn't know that information, but he does. Talk about creepy. So, you're rejected, fail. It's the same thing every day. You get rejected and told on. Not for a day, not for a week, for a decade. It doesn't get any more pathetic than that. It doesn't. Stalking is a crime. Hacking is a crime. Coercion is a crime. Everyone knows you've been threatening. Kick her out on the street until she thinks she has no choice but to be creeped out by me. In some house in Houston. No thanks. Nope. No thank you. No thank you. My price is give back what you took. Legit. You owe legit debt. Fix the thing with my parents. Fix the thing with my ex-husband today. Fix the thing with Mike today. And get the fuck out of my life. Do not contact me again. I hate it. I hate it. I asked you not to. So stop. Stop contacting me. You're a sick, twisted weirdo. Stop contacting me. Stop bullshitting yourself and everybody else. Everybody's sick of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing it. Shut up and go away. Everybody's sick of hearing it, Charles. So you piss everybody off every time you fuck with me, so we get this. So next time I quote you, you ask for it. Do you understand me? You're asking for it. March 2020, between then and now, look how much more we got. Because you just had to pester me. You just had to make a problem for me. You just had to take my money. So we got that. They got it from you to me, and it's not up to you. Ever. It's not. That puzzle? This puzzle, sir? Actually, it might be here. I don't know. I think he said he... Not up to you. Not up to you. When you pester me, when you take my money, when you cause a loss or a problem, my guys go apeshit and get up your ass, and you asked for it. So don't complain when we quote you. Charles, I don't like your contact. I don't like it. It's creepy. Stop. Right now. Stop. You need to control yourself, pathetic. Control yourself. Mr. Perry, control yourself, please. Just stop. You're pissing everybody off.
I don't want to pay for this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Now, I'm going to tell you for the last fucking time. When I quote you, you asked for it. You are told to don't contact me. I don't like it. I mean, I hate it. It disgusts me. It makes all my skin crawl. Stop pestering me. Stop it. You control yourself. You guys want to take my money. Make sure you can pay for it. You broke some stuff, you better fucking fix it. And I'm talking about stuff that had nothing to do with you. If you want mercy, work something out on the... You owe me money for using my body. It's not yours to use. So, you want to keep proving our witness out and proving recordings out. I mean, we can get as many as we want. And then whenever you're using one, when you're charged, you're charged. When they're ready to wrap it up, they'll wrap it up. But if I'm quoting you, you asked for it. You were to stay out of my wallet. You were to stay out of my business. You were to quit invading my privacy. You don't have my consent to peep. You don't have my consent to hack. So fuck off. Or don't complain when we quote what you just said. You asked for it. Right, Geppetto? You fucking asked for it. Because all you gotta do is leave me the fuck alone. People don't like problems. They don't like hardship. They don't like loss. Or they don't like drama, or the people that cause it. They don't like stress, or the people that cause stress. That's all y'all do 24/7. Charles, stop contacting me, bitch. Stop. You really need to control yourself, pathetic. Stop. Control yourself. Can you? Do you have that kind of power to just control you and go be normal? I think you don't. I think you're just pathetic and impotent and weak and stupid. So, when you want to... My guy said to tell you, she's not to have to ask for money again, ever. She's not to have to ask for help, ever again. Today, she is not to make a phone call. You fix the problem. Or, don't complain when we quote you. You asked for it. You asked for it. I said no to the Houston thing. I'm not going to spend any time being creeped out by you. I'm not. If you liked me, you would do what I like, and you don't. You do everything I hate. And not one thing that I like. We have nothing in common. I don't like you. There's nothing romantic there. I've done everything I can do to get away from you and tried to avoid a fight. You guys causing injury to me. You're picking the fight. I mind my own business. You're butting into my work. You're causing workplace harassment or whatever. They're going to charge you with grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce every time you do it. Okay? You've been told. You know. You choose to do it anyway. Don't whine and complain when you have some consequences. You asked for it. You've been told. You know. Everybody knows you're robbing the bank. The cops are already there waiting for you. You rob it anyway. That's on you. You're just that stupid. I don't want anything to do with you, Charles. You're trying to entice me after you threaten me. Here, live under a bridge or take a Houston house and be creeped out for the rest of your life. Which will probably be about a week after I get there. I said no, absolutely not. You're enticing is a crime. Hacking is a crime. Peeping is a crime. You're not getting away with it if I'm quoting what you just said. You need to get a grip on reality and tell yourself the truth. Do you even know? We think you don't even know what that is anymore. That you have spent so much time in some delusional fantasy that you're no longer able to tell the difference between fact and fiction. And you continue to prove that true by what you do. Alright? We're all sick of you. Everybody's sick of y'all. Charles, no one wants to hear what you have to say. We do not know why you weren't asked. We do not know why you think I don't want to hear it. I really and truly am sick of hearing it. What are you trying to prove? You're not fighting for a love. You shit up my life. If you liked me, you would do what I like, not everything I hate. You're fighting for a lie, and you're not winning that one. That ship sailed long ago. You do things after I know, everybody knows he threatened XYZ specifically. So, I mean, who is it you think you're fooling when you do it anyway? That's what everybody's asking that question. What's she supposed to lie about? He wants to buy a lie. But what is she supposed to lie about? He keeps doing exactly what she says. She says it beforehand, not after. We're proving premeditation. It doesn't really do a whole lot of good if I put it out after. I have to put it out before, don't I? So, what is it else? I mean, just... What are you trying to prove? You've made your point. You're wacky Jackie. You can't get a date. No one likes guys like you. You're not loved and wanted. You're just rejected and told on. It's the same thing every day for 13 years. Don't piss us off. Don't piss us off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's free. It controls. Stop contacting me. Listen, it's like you can't understand what I'm saying. Stop contacting me. I hate it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Please just stop. If you take my money and I'm homeless, it's your fault. You'll go to jail for that, okay? It's called witness tampering, coercion. I'm going to threaten you with homelessness and entice you with a house in Houston. And I don't want the house in Houston. I want you to leave me alone. My price is you give it back and you get the fuck out. You give back my money, I want a divorce and have every fucking thing you own. Because I never signed a marriage license. Here's a rule of thumb, everybody. A little flag, a little clue for you. When he tells you Cynthia signed this, or Cynthia wants this, or she said that, make sure you ask me about it. And if he tells you not to, that means he's full of shit. Because if you brought me I've never seen it. I've never seen the marriage license. I've just heard about it. There was no wedding. There's nothing. So it's a forgery. Lucky asked me about it. I'm like, Lucky, I didn't sign that. Why the fuck would I do that? That's nutty. I can't stand this bitch. Well, that's what I thought. It didn't look like your signature to me. It looked like a forgery, he said. Okay, so I've never seen it. And if you're not sure about that, bring it to me. And watch Charles shit himself. If he tells you don't ask her about it, that means he lied to you. And he doesn't want you to talk to me so you can find out he lied to you. That's common sense, right? Some of you guys are stupid. I get very frustrated with the stupid people I gotta deal with in this.